Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Football Fanatic podcast. Some people are saying Liverpool are in disarray. Some people, myself, are saying that we're going to do the quadruple. But some people are sitting on the fence and they really don't know what's going to happen with Liverpool season going forward. Today, I'm joined by two avid Liverpool fans, two of my childhood friends, and two people I have nurtured and mentored over the years into becoming the wonderful individuals that they are today. So look, I'm delighted to welcome Peterborough's finest goalkeeper, and there's a lot of people who have gone for that award, but the one and only Mr. Junaid Khalil, also known as Shaky. Shaky, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's the first time you're on the Football Fanatic podcast, and hopefully not the last.
Hopefully not the last. Hopefully the next time I'm on here is when we won the league this season.
Oh,
That's a big shout.
Quadruple.
Yeah, quadruple.
Yeah.
Okay.
After the league, we'll win the Champions League. We'll have won the Carabao, FA Cup, then we'll meet for the quad.
And the World Cup?
Club
we winning
Cup.
the World Cup?
The World Club
actual
Cup.
World Cup. Why not? Complete the whole set. Why not?
But thanks for joining us. We did tell you that it was going to be a Liverpool episode and you turned up in a Barcelona shirt. But yeah, thanks for that.
The only thing I can say about this top is there's a certain player who signed for him that is currently paying for all of our transfers. Long live the Coutinho money.
Long live the Coutinho.
Philippe Coutinho Zindabad. That's what I'm going to say.
May Allah give him a long life.
I mean.
And secondly, I'm joined by the one and only Kaimali Damani, younger brother of Abbasali Damani, who you may have seen on our podcast before. But basically, we tried to get Kaimali, we settled on Abbasali, and today Kaimali's actually done. That's the narrative we're going with, right?
Just for this one episode.
Yeah.
You can have him back.
Yeah. Or if things get really bad, we might get Mason on.
If you want to do an international special for watching the Italian league, then
Serie A special with Mason Damani coming soon. But look, great to have you both on the show. Liverpool. Let's go straight into Liverpool. I'm stressed. I'm very stressed. I don't know what's happening. Iraola ball looks good. I like what he brings to the team. I like that we're going back to heavy metal football, rock and roll football. I love it. High pressing, quick wingers, all that, whatever. I've looked at us in pre-season and there still seems to be some of those problems that were there with Slot last season as well. Do you think Iraola is going to be able to sort those problems out soon, or is it going to be a season of transition, Shaky?
So we have been quite hot and cold this pre-season. So I watched a few of their games. I watched the Como game. And I watched the second half of the Leeds game. So I think what Iraola has done is, I think he knows his first 11. I think he knows his set 11 from what obviously he's been working with. But then he's probably thinking of backup plans. So, should Van Dijk get injured? Because Van Dijk's 35 this year, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
So he's going to have to sort of cut down his minutes. Leone's obviously not back to full
you say
fitness.
that about Van Dijk, but it seems that he gets better every season.
You know what it is? I agree to an extent, but I think he now needs someone like Jeremy Jacquet, for example. I don't know if you watched yesterday, but the guy was phenomenal.
He was so good.
He was so good. He was physical. He was getting into the strikers. He was leaving his mark there. Scored a nice little goal to top it off.
Very physical as well.
Very physical. So one thing you need in the Premier League as a defender is physicality.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the likes of Brian Brobby running and barging up against you?
Yeah.
So he's got that about him. But I'm a little bit worried that sort of the fringe players aren't going to be good enough. So, the teams that Klopp historically played in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
I think we may go back to the late 2000s, early 2010s, Kenny Dalglish era, Brendan Rodgers era. But then I hope he can prove me wrong. I hope we can bring in the players he wants and he needs for his system for us to go forward again.
We'll come to Guy. Shaky just mentioned about the fringe players. It looks like we've got a good first 11, potentially. But the fringe players are not up to scratch. But is that why we're going for these signings? Barcola looks like it's imminent. There's some other wingers that we're looking at. Some Mbaye kid who plays for PSG. I've never heard of him, but I watched a YouTube compilation of him, and I think he's the best winger in the world right now, to be honest. But you've got Victor Munoz who's come in as well. There's signings happening. There's talks of Adam Wharton, Curtis Jones going. There's lots to dissect in Liverpool at the minute. What are you thinking?
Well, like I said, I quite like the setup that he's got, but I do see that there are gaps. I'd like to see another defender potentially signed, be it fullback, right back. For me, Frimpong's not worked out as well as he should have, but potentially looking at Jacquet, if he can cover some of that ground like Konate did with Trent, if he can allow him to push forward, then we could see some of these systems actually come back into place.
Sure.
And in terms of other transfer news, I'll be honest, I don't want to see many wingers come. I like the fact that we've got two, in my opinion, world-class centre forwards. You've got Ekatike, you've got Isak, you've got a great number 10 behind them in Verts.
But we can't take Ekatike into account this season, can we? I mean, it's an Achilles injury.
December,
yeah. Not many people come back. Even December, is he going to come back to play? You've got to write Ekatike off this season.
But then, do you give Iraola an extra season? Because is he then still, like you said?
I mean, I don't think they're going to sack him at the end of this season, personally.
No, but you can't judge his job until he's got a full 11 under them, and it's one of those where he is a good manager, but I do see that there is a lot of weakness in our fringe players. A lot of them aren't good enough. Even looking at Harvey Elliott in pre-season,
he doesn't look good, does he?
He doesn't look good.
To be fair to him, though, he didn't play at all last season. So he's still playing. Like you said about Isak not having a pre-season, Harvey Elliott's not had a season.
Yeah, but Shaky, you say that, right? But no disrespect, but you're still a professional football player. You're still training, right? Okay, you break your leg, whatever, that's different with Isak. But Harvey Elliott has still been training. You cannot turn up to pre-season at Liverpool overweight.
When you're fighting,
he's not Guy Damani, right? Do you know what I mean? He's a professional footballer. I mean, Guy is a professional analyst, right? But a professional footballer cannot turn up in that shape. But you talk about the midfield as well. Look at our midfield options: Gravenberch, Soberslai, McAllister, Neone. Curtis Jones is on his way out, right? Endo's not going to play much. He's going to be on his way out too as well. Those four midfielders, compare that to Declan Rice, Zubamendi, Lewis Skelly, Guimaraes, or whatever his name is, Eze, Odegaard, Mikel Merino, and that's just naming a few. I mean,
you can't compete.
This is why, at times, I think, do we need Barcola? 140 million is what they're currently saying at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You can go and get two good centre midfielders and actually plug some of those gaps.
If you look at it though as well, Gaimli, he's what, in his early 20s? Right. We bring him in. We've got Rio coming through. We've got Victor Munoz, is a young lad as well. We're talking about future-proofing our attack for years to come.
Hang on, you missed off one important winger there.
Who?
My number 18, the best player on the pitch yesterday. You laugh, but I'm telling you now, that first half, Cody Gakpo was on fire.
Yeah,
I know there's talks of him leaving.
Shaky, it always happens. We start cussing out Gakpo. He starts playing well, and then we fall for it, and we get all sensitive and like, he's all right, he's sick. And then he goes back to his normal cutting in and shooting at every opportunity again, and then we get vexed out.
It's because he's had a good World Cup.
Don't fall for it, Shaky. I'm telling you, don't let your emotions get the better of you. Get a grip.
Hang on, this is the guy that said they're going to win the quadruple this year.
You said World Cup.
Yeah, listen, the World Cup is more likely than the quadruple.
Yeah, but with the quadruple, though, I never remember Kaimali disagreeing with me on it.
But I did.
Yeah, but you're...
Free Gakpo.
You're outvoted, bro.
Free Gakpo.
Kaimali, quadruple.
Yeah. I'm still in for it.
Look, quadruple or free Gakpo, which movement you with?
Quadruple.
Quadruple, bro.
Quadruple every time.
I'm only listening. But no, honestly.
Me and this guy, whenever we meet, right, we starts off talking about food. Express Burger, Medina, what we're feeling like, and then it just goes into how much we hate Gakpo.
But you're right. He has a good World Cup or a good international tournament. We get sucked into it, and then
he didn't even have a good international tournament.
No, he had a decent World Cup.
He was one of their better players.
Was he?
Yeah. They didn't get very far, but he did. He did quite well.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of Gakpo. But look, let's not start on Gakpo. But we're talking about the wingers. I mean, whether we like it or not, I still remember Big Paps, who was on our podcast. Whenever I used to mention something, it's a bit expensive, whatever, he always says, it's not my money. I don't care. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
as
Jeff
long as
Bezos.
sorry.
Jeff Bezos.
Exactly, man.
coming in,
Exactly. My
Amazon
$8.99 on Amazon Prime needs to be, what I
Yeah.
mean, beneficial
So
to
for
me.
you
as well.
United fans that pay for Prime Video, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Absolutely, thank you very much.
You'll be paying for Shaky's
Next Barcelona, Tom.
next Barcelona.
Yeah, absolutely. Forget the Coutinho money. This is the Man United money now.
But yeah, coming back to Liverpool as well, I think we will strengthen that attack. But if you think about it, at the end of the transfer window, our attack could potentially consist of Isak, an injured Ekatike, Florian Wirtz, Barcola, Rio, Victor Munoz, and Ibrahim Mbaye. I mean, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
That's 7 forwards that you've got. Most of them that can play out wide. But if you actually look at it, Victor Munoz could play through the middle. Barcola can actually play through the middle as well. If we bring this Mbaye in, I don't know where they've said that he can play right and left. I don't know much about the kid, but I've watched him on YouTube, and in my opinion, he's the best winger in the world right now.
Funny you mentioned that many wingers, because if you watched Iraola last year with Bournemouth, he used to play Kluivert, he used to have Tavernier, that junior Krupi, and then that a striker, I can't remember his name. So he liked to pack out.
Evan
Nielsen, I think his name was. So he liked to pack his attack out, and then behind them he had their 2 wing backs. So obviously Kirkes was one the season before. So I think in terms of players that we've got, I think they fit perfectly into a system. So I think that's probably another reason Liverpool went for him, Premier League proven, someone that plays it. Because let's be honest, Bournemouth played very attractive football last year.
Absolutely.
Very attractive.
Don't forget Semenyo as well.
Yeah, and they lost him.
And you know what? The other thing is as well about Iraola, his wingers, he's the sort of player that when he's got his wingers on, they're not just set to the left or the right. They sort of swap with each other. So he likes mixing it about a little bit. But yeah, the attacking signings, I don't think any of us actually have any complaints with it, do we? We're all on board with the Barcola signing. Yeah, it's going to cost a lot of money, but who cares, right? We're talking about a world-class attacker there, right? Victor Munoz looks really good. He reminds me of, remember Craig Bellamy?
I was just going to say,
Yeah,
Craig Bellamy,
really reminds.
absolutely.
People are saying he reminds you of Jota, but I mean, he's a different kind of player. He's a Bellamy kind of player. But yeah, I mean, that's fine. The attack, the defense, we've sort of made some reinforcements as well. But the midfield, shaky. The midfield is shaky.
What wins you games, yeah.
It's looking shaky.
And the midfield is what wins you games. So, like you said, we've got McAllister, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch. Traynor, you can't expect too much from him because he's only now started to sort of break into the first team.
Yeah.
And Szoboszlai. And unfortunately, I think technically McAllister's probably one of the best from our midfield. Szoboszlai's got the highest work rate, but that's all he's got. Off the ball, he doesn't seem to do much. Even on the ball, sometimes he doesn't. And then you've got Curtis Jones that just doesn't like playing a pass.
Yeah.
He would rather keep the ball for 25 minutes than pass it.
Yeah.
So, but then the thing is...
But Jones is on his way though, isn't he?
I think he'll go.
Yeah.
I think he wants to do
I think it's pretty imminent, isn't it? Yeah.
But then saying that, if Jeff Bezos rings you tomorrow and says, Adil, here's £120 million, go and sign a centre mid. Are you going for Adam Wharton?
Yes, but I wouldn't spend the whole 120 million on Adam Wharton though. Were you looking for just one signing, or are we going for a couple?
Yeah. So one marquee signing. Here you go. There's 120 mil. Bring a centre mid in of your choice. Who do you bring in?
I think it would be Adam Wharton, but there's a reason for that. So while I would love a proper number 6, like a proper dog, right, like a Choumini or a that Manu Kone who played for France, right, those sort of defensive midfielders, like the Mascherano type. I think now what Liverpool need is, because we will have a solid back four, I hope, right? Also, don't rule out the fact that that Araujo guy who we've signed basically becomes a third centre back and plays at right back, right, to shore us up at the back. Wharton comes in, becomes that progressive passer of the ball. Because one thing is about that guy, if you watch his clips, that guy gets the ball and his first thing is to play it forward and get attacks going. And right now, that is exactly what we need, right? Put a Szoboszlai, put a Gravenberch, put a Wharton alongside Wharton, put a McAllister alongside him or whatever, and I think we'll be okay. I would personally love a number 6, but who is a good number 6 on the market right now?
That's the thing.
Who do you get?
I look at like Camavinga, because I see that he's played a lot of football for someone of his age.
He's also very injury prone, Cam.
Yeah.
I think one signing we would all love. I'll be honest with you, that Chow Maney. I'd love him. I think he'd be fantastic for
Fantastic.
But
right?
you can't get him.
You
know,
can't
like,
get him. You can't
get
get him. I'm talking about players who are gettable. We can get Adam Wharton. It's very unlikely we'll get someone like Chow Maney who's part of the Madrid team. Do you know? But midfield is looking leggy. Kindly, I'm going to pose a question to you. Soboslai, Gravenberch, McAllister. One of them has to go. Who's going?
This season,
Yeah.
I'd cash in on Soboslai.
But we've just given him a new deal.
Yeah, but
We did the same with Trent and he left. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, true.
And Salah, for that matter.
and like you said, apart from being,
And Gakpo, because it looks like he's going to Spurs. And he signed a new contract last season.
Listen, if we get 100 mil for him, it may not
We'll
happen.
get 70. We'll
Yeah.
get 70.
Would you not be happy with 70 for Gakpo?
Bro, imagine if...
for Gakpo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Gaim,
mate, I'd pay you to take him off me.
Driving
put
it.
it this way. 70 million for Gakpo, right? So basically, if we had done this deal with PSG, we would have given them Gakpo plus 50 million from Barcola. That doesn't sound too bad, does it? When you think of it that way.
Yeah. And that 70 mil, because they've obviously set aside money for Barcola.
Yeah.
You try and tempt Palace and say, look, here's 60 mil, 65 mil. Do you want to sell Wharton now or do you want to wait for him to come on a free?
I'll be honest with you, I think Wharton is a done deal to us. You know why? Because there's certain midfielders that people have been talking about. They're on the market, players talking about, and Wharton's one of them. But no one's been talking about him. I think it's a done deal with him to Liverpool. But I think Palace are just waiting to sign his replacement. You know who they're signing? That Lamine Kamara.
Yeah, Kamara.
Yeah, who looks decent, by the way.
Well, we hope it doesn't turn into a whole Gahey situation
Yeah.
where we miss out because we're waiting for Palace.
That
to
was
sign
bad,
someone.
wasn't it? That was bad.
was.
But now I look at Jacquet and I was like, nah, it's all good. It's worth the
Yeah.
wait.
There it
Do you know,
was.
we even had the here we go. It took me back to the Moses Caicedo. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, oh, that was bad.
Here we go. When we were all hyped.
And
up.
that gave me gave me
PTSD.
trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma, man.
Well,
Remember the Nabil Fekir one?
That was the worst because I was really excited.
Yeah.
You know, like
He would have
I
been so
wanted him
good
in
as
the
well.
club. Yeah,
He
I
would have
did.
been so good. Ah, madness. But look, let's come back to Liverpool and back to the structural problems in our squad. A lot has also been made of the new takeover. Fans who are very Liverpool centric, as in fans who are actually from Liverpool, feel quite strongly against the takeover happening. Liverpool fans in general, don't really know what to say. Will we become more of a super commercial club? At the same time, is it what we kind of need? Will they bring investment? I mean, what's going on? Kindly, I mean, it's your cousin who's taken over, isn't it? That Batty or whatever his name is.
One for us sub-Asian, you know. I'll be honest, I can see why Liverpool fans, the local ones, would be a bit disgruntled. We've never really bought as such. We've never gone out there up until recently and gone and bought the most expensive signings, bar once we got the Coutinho money in, which we're still living off. So in some aspect, I'd rather not see a massive pump of cash come straight in. I'd rather see it go towards potentially more facilities, more actual building the future of the club in that sense, rather than just coming in and buying like brand new players. Here's 100 million for everyone, because it didn't really go well for Chelsea.
Yeah.
You know, they came in with this big investment, they splashed the cash, and to be honest, none of
Made
us
them worse.
Yeah, they
made them worse.
made them worse, and none of us want to see that for our club.
Yeah.
You know, we've grown up on, well, everybody else spends the money. We work hard as a football club. It's what connects with the people.
We love the Mane type of signings. That what's he going to be like? The Wijnaldum, the Andrew Robertson kind type of signings, you know, which is why I'm so excited about Victor Munoz. I think it's going to be great.
Fingers crossed. And the other thing is, we started to spend big over sort of the last 10 years, but they were all very sensible signings. Okay, Nunes, you could argue, was hit and miss, but he gave you more good times than bad times in a show. He may not have scored all the goals, but he freed up the likes.
He was chaos, wasn't he? He was Captain Chaos. That's the perfect name for him. But look, guys, we're coming towards the last sort of 10 minutes or so of the show. I'm going to put you guys on the spot here because I was thinking about giving you this to prepare and then you could come in, but I'm going to put you on the spot completely. And I'm going to start with you, Shaky. And gives you time to think, Emily. I want you to think of your 3 players who you think are going to light up the Premier League this season
From any team.
from any team,
Okay.
and your 3 players who are going to absolutely flop. So your 3 super successes and your 3 flops. So what we'll do,
Question.
success-wise,
Yeah.
we'll go with 1 each. And the key is if Shaky says someone and you can't use it, and you've already thought of that person, you have to think of someone else.
Right, so the first one I'm going to go for the obvious, because I watched the Charity Shield yesterday, is that Christoph Solis, the Greek midfielder that Arsenal have just signed.
Was he good, was he?
He was very good. So he's one of them midfielders that can play anywhere across the line. So I think Arteta started him on the left wing. In the transitional play of the game, he was sat just behind Gyökeres.
Okay.
So I think he'll be very, very interesting to watch.
Okay. So Solis.
Yep.
Kaim?
I'll play it safe and obviously stick home with Jeremy Jacquet. Because I do think that he's got all the attributes that.
Can you say his name properly? Jeremy Jacquet.
Jacquet.
Yeah, not
Frere
Jacquet.
Frere
Jackie Potato.
Jackie Potato. Because I do think he's got all the attributes, and if he is next to Van Dijk and paired very well, he's got a very good career ahead of him.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're all on board with that one. Shaky, who's your second player to watch out for next season?
Again, close to home, I think Rio. I think Rio and Guimoa this year is going to be a lot more involved, and we're going to see a lot more output from him.
Yeah,
Because another good thing about Iraola, he likes to give his youngsters a chance.
he does. Although with Rio, he does need to improve on that. He is sometimes a little bit huff and puff. There's a lot going on, but that end product needs to come in. But again, that's only going to come with regular game time. So far we've got Solis, Jacquet, Rio, and I'm setting a new rule now. It can't be another Liverpool player. It has to be a player
My
across.
next player was Cody Gakpo.
Well, I've got one for you then. Can we go with Robertson? Because obviously Spurs losing Jed Spence.
No, no, man. Stop your Liverpool loyalties. No.
You said
No. And it can't be players who played for Liverpool either. No, no, it has to be someone else. Think of someone else.
Andre Santos for Man United.
Yeah.
I think Casemiro is going to leave a big gap in their team, and it's kind of calling out.
I mean, he's leaving a big gap anyway, wasn't he?
Well, yeah. Well, I think Tielemans again doesn't have the complete physicality to deal with that CDM position, the number 6 for Man United, because they set up quite attacking. So for me, I'd have to say he'll do quite well.
Okay, so far we've got Solis, Jacquet, Rio, and Andre Santos at United. Who's your third choice?
Who's my third choice?
Surely one of the Spurs players should be in for a shout. They've made some big signings.
But the thing is, I don't know if they improved them.
Yeah, 100 million for Tonali was just too much, wasn't it?
I would have said him, but it's the price tag.
It's too much. It's too much.
Do you know what? Saying that,
So you went for Andrew Robertson instead.
I needed
it's a safe bet.
Yeah, allow Tonali, man. It's all about Robbo.
Well, like I said, he's one of our own, right?
And I think Guillem's right. I think Spurs have needed a decent left back for a very, very, very long time. And I was sad to see Robertson go, because whenever he put that shirt on, he played his absolute.
Yeah,
heart.
he gave his 100%.
everything.
He could have stuck around as a backup, but I don't think he wanted to be a backup.
Not at that age.
Come on, tell me who's your third choice player to watch for next season?
Player to watch for next season. I'm just trying to think of marquee signings this year. I can't even think of anyone. So
Just someone to watch.
If
Just
it
someone to
goes
watch.
through, he's played for Morocco in the World Cup. Is that Bouadi? Their
Boadi,
centre mid.
yeah.
And I think for City, losing Rodri, that's going to hinder them majorly. By the way,
Yeah.
Rodri going to Barca.
That's City over for
Yeah,
this
I think
season.
that's it. So
Yeah.
I think he'll be a good signing for them.
Okay, so Boadi,
Yeah,
it's literally imminent that he'll be coming to City.
Yeah, I think it's a done deal.
Although then again, Boadi, Elliot Anderson, Cherky. I mean, it's got a nice balance to it as well.
Elliot Anderson has just got that English tax next to his name.
That's disgusting. 130 million. I would not pay anything more than 50 million for that kid.
So I would have put him in the next category, the flops, just on the price tag.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that, and
Yeah.
even Morgan Rogers, to be fair,
Yeah.
moving to Chelsea
He
for
was
that,
on mine.
you can't be paying that
So
much
give us
money.
your third choice on who you think's gonna smash it next season.
Can I put a managerial signing in there?
Go on.
And I actually think Xabi Alonso is going to do quite well at Chelsea.
Yeah, I think he is. What's your thought process? Why is he going to work at Chelsea? I mean, he didn't do. I mean, he was doing okay at Madrid. He just couldn't deal with the player egos. But
And I think that's where Henderson and Danny Welbeck come into it, where he's literally got them signed up just to mentally prepare the players.
Yeah.
And actually, because they've got a lot of these young English players who sometimes don't play for the club and are just playing for the paycheck and whatever, but bringing in Henderson and Welbeck to kind of drill it into them and give them that experience.
two experienced heads. But you know what? You've got two experienced heads, but I think Welbeck's going to chip in with a fair few goals as well.
Yeah.
Welbeck, man. He's got, you know what? He's got to go down. It's a big take, right? But he has got to go down as one of the best Premier League strikers. Not the best, but he's probably in the top 10. Come on.
It's like Bobby Zamora, where you have such a long career.
My days, look at this.
No, but you have such
You just said top 10 Danny Welbeck.
Yeah, but
but you have a long
listen to me,
career of
right?
goals.
When he was playing for United, he was scoring goals, right? He left United to go to Arsenal. Bro, the guy, whenever he's had game time, he's scored goals. He has a lot to his game. As a striker, honestly, Danny Welbeck, top 10
he was in a shout
strikers.
with going to the England team.
Exactly.
What people don't know is Adil based his game off Danny Welbeck.
I can see.
He had a Chelsea shirt back in the
I
day,
can
and a
see it.
United shirt, and a Sunderland shirt, actually.
Listen,
I
they
remember your
based their
Sunderland
game
Welbeck
off
shirt.
me.
All right.
Yeah, you know it, mate. So we've got Guy Millie cheated and made it a managerial
Well,
appointment.
I'll go Danny Welbeck then.
No, you don't take credit for my insight. Don't take credit for my insight.
You said I couldn't go Liverpool.
I'll give you.
so no Henderson, no.
I'll give you Danny Welbeck. So quickly, let's go through who you think is going to flop massively next season.
So I think
Come out with all of your three because then it'll give Guy Millie something to think
so-
about. Actually, you know what? You come out with your three. Let's give Shaky something to think about.
no. You're gonna say. I know you're gonna say the players I'm thinking of.
I have to say Morgan Rogers.
Right. Good player, but he's not a £125 million player, is he?
Part of me thinks Bruno Guimaraes, who's just gone to Arsenal. I don't see him overly strengthening their midfield much more than what it was last season.
Guy Millie, that is a hot
It
take.
is, but when they've got the best defensive midfield record already,
Guys,
kind of not adding.
Guy Millie Damani has just said that Bruno Guimaraes, or whatever his name is on his flop list of the season. Wow. But bro, this could end up aging very well for him as well. If at the end of the season, Bruno doesn't do well.
I just see that like at Newcastle, he was covered by a lot of bodies. You know, like Joe Linton did a lot of the work for him, made him look better than he is. And I think at Arsenal, you will get found out. You know, like you're
That's a mad take.
challenging for
I
the
do.
title.
I agree to an extent there because there's more pressure on you as an Arsenal midfielder, a team that have just won the league.
Yeah, there's going to be more of an expectation on him. Okay, let's see. This we'll save this into the archives. It could be a good one to come to the end of the season. Who's your third flop?
Tielemans.
Okay.
I don't see him fitting into Carrick's system as well as they hope.
Yeah, but if Carrick's got knowledge of a certain area in the pitch, it's going to be central midfield, right? So he's probably thought about that quite a lot.
Yeah, but I feel like he's another one that, again, playing with other physical players like at Aston Villa, having bodies around him in midfield, it looks good. And can you make the step up? Although it's a step down in terms of league finish. I see Manchester United pushing on for the title, and can Tielemans compete at that level?
Do you know what, Kaimli? When you've come out with your takes, I've been like, oh, okay.
Actually,
But then when I've thought about them, I think you might have a point. So, flops of the season: Morgan Rogers, Bruno Guimaraes, and Yuri Tielemans. Wow. Okay, Shaky.
So, one I think is a dead cert is that Matheus Fernandes at Tottenham have just signed. On my stamp. No, because,
Dead cert.
no, because the thing is,
I've never heard something with such conviction.
because I personally, I can't believe they're signing for 85 mil. Tonali, I understand because Tonali is a workhorse.
The worst thing was with Fernandes, there wasn't even like a queue of clubs to sign him. Number one, they're probably thinking, all right, probably come about 15. Spurs like, we'll give you 85 now.
Whether you like it or not, we're giving you 85.
Yeah,
so I think he's going to be one. And sort of moving away from the Premier League, the shirt that I'm currently wearing, I think Anthony Gordon's going to flop.
Yeah, but we're talking about Premier League.
Oh, we're talking about Premier
It's only
League.
Premier League, yeah.
Well, then my answers are all gone then, because I was thinking outside. You
No.
said 3 signings. You
No,
didn't- you
three
didn't
players
specify.
are going to flop in the Premier League. It's got to be Premier League, bro.
Oh, signings.
So
Okay.
far he's gone for who?
Matthias Fernandes.
Matthias Fernandes.
Who else do I think is going to be?
This guy's just going to go with all of Spurs'
Wharton
big
live
money
up to the price
signings.
tag?
Who's that? Sorry.
Wharton.
If we sign him,
Yeah. None of you mentioned Elliot Anderson.
I was going to say Elliot Anderson.
Yeah, but bro, the guy we went
I was.
quiet for like 5 minutes.
because I was thinking of names. So I do think, because I think City tried to sign him as a Rodri replacement,
Yeah,
but you can't replace Rodri.
you can't replace him.
Very rarely, like Sergio Busquets. For us growing up, is obviously Xavi and Iniesta. Then you got, and after how long did they get a Busquets in that midfield?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were trying. They had the Pedri in there. They had Xavi in there. So I do think he's going to flop. And third is very difficult because, I mean, he's not technically classed as a new signing, but I think Rashford's going to flop. He's come back to United this season,
Yeah.
and it's sad to see because growing up,
There's a player in there.
there's
a player in there.
I think he's just one of them players that needs a bit of an arm around him.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think Carrick's that type of manager. Carrick wants someone that can produce end results.
So you know what? I think you guys have both given some interesting takes. Your 3 flops are very interesting, especially with Guy Millie's ones as well. I'm going to come out with who I think is going to be the player to watch next season. I think it's going to be Victor Munoz. I think he's going to be absolutely electric. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. And if I was to go for my flop of the season next season, I think he's going to be a continuation of last season. I think that's going to be Cole Palmer. I think he's...
Hang on, that's not a new signing. You said to us new signing.
No, I didn't say
Yeah,
new
you
signings.
did.
I just said no players who you said you're going to flop next season.
I understood it as new signing.
I understood it as new signings.
Yeah, okay, fine. New signings then.
Here we go. Let's see how much research is actually done.
So hormonal you guys are, honestly. Right. So
You do a podcast, mate.
So new signings that will not be as good next season. Interesting.
There you go. We put you on the spot.
Yeah, you have put me on the
Yeah,
spot.
there we
Actually, you have put me on the spot.
See, that's it. There's been no marquee signings this season.
Yeah, but you lot changed the rules halfway through, didn't you?
You changed the rules.
No, I did not. I was happy. I was happy with any players.
No.
Okay, do you know what? I think I'm going to go there and say Tonali.
Okay.
Yeah, I think £100 million signing needs to be a player, especially for someone like Spurs to make £100 million signing. It needs to be someone who's like a game changer, and I don't think he's that guy. But look, it's been a good episode. We've had a good discussion. Are we going to see you on the Football Fanatic podcast again?
I told you after we won the league.
After we won the league, Emily, are we going to see you before we win the quadruple?
Well, after we win the league, before the Champions League. Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah. Champions League final.
Where is it next year? So we can book tickets now.
I don't know. Can't
Live
find
from
out.
the stadium.
Yeah, do it from the little.
Yeah, we do a vlog from there, live stream.
Why not? Why not?
But look, it's been great having you on the show. Looking forward to our next podcast as well. As the viewers know, our next podcast after yours will be with a ex-England and Liverpool professional footballer. We're really looking forward to welcome him to the show, and we'll be going through his career, his Liverpool career and his England career. So really looking forward to that. But lads, listen, seriously, it's been great having you on. It's been good catching up, and hopefully we'll see you on the show again. To all our viewers, thank you for joining us for another episode of the Football Fanatic podcast. Look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Remember, Thursday, 27th of August, special podcast releasing with ex-England international and ex-Liverpool striker, and we look forward to seeing you on our future shows. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and please follow us on all our social media on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and YouTube, and we look forward to seeing you again. Thank you very much, and see you all soon.